So the idea started about 2.5 years ago with my wife, Tonya who was actually a high school counselor down in Brentwood, and decided she just kind of needed to change in her life and to take on something that she could really call her own.
And so when thinking about what was important to me, which is community, we decided that we wanted to open a coffee shop. And so the name itself comes from like the idea of like in the early 1800s when people wanted to connect or when they wanted to find out what was going on in the community, they would go to the meeting post, and that would be where they got their news or they got the information about what was going on. And so translating that into today's times, when people want to connect, they go to Instagram or they go to Facebook or they go to Twitter. And so those are all the ways that people want to connect now. So the idea for the post is a connecting spot or a meeting spot for people. Having a counseling background, I know how important it is to cultivate relationships with people. I value people in general. I value their stories. I value where they come from, not just looking at them as being dollar signs.
Tonya was being serious when she finally started writing a business plan, and in the beginning I kind of thought, okay, well, that's, it's a great idea, but it's a tremendous undertaking, and I wasn't sure if we were prepared to do something like that until she started writing the business plan, and then I went, oh wow, she's really serious, And so, 62 pages later, and this idea just kind of bloomed, and so we really decided to just bring our own philosophy of eating organic and a healthy lifestyle into what we're doing here at the Post.
We decided to start the juice bar. We use 100% organic produce in our juices and in our smoothies as well. We cold press them, and by cold pressing, we basically don't use any heat when extracting the juice from the pulp. So it preserves all of the nutrient, enzymes, and the minerals that you would get from actually eating the fruits and vegetables, and it delivers it to you in a concentrated amount.
Sometimes I don't even eat lunch or dinner, I just get a smoothie here and I'm done. So I also made good friends with Tonya and Chris, which are they are the owners of the coffee shop, and they're very nice and very approachable. They always talk to me. I like that.
Part of the community hub aspect of what we do is we do a bluegrass brunch every Sunday from 10 to 2, which is really fun. We have local bluegrass musicians come in, and it's always someone different. And most of the time it's someone that kind of lives in the neighborhood, which is really neat. But they come in and play, bluegrass music, and we serve a brunch. And it's great because little kids come in and are dancing. It's really a family spot, which is really what we strive for. Yeah, so a lot went into the design of this place too, which was a lot of fun. We used a local carpenter. Martin Cadeau actually came up with a lot of the design of the beautiful wood sort of parasol, I guess you could call it. It's funny, actually, I built all the tables just out of some wood, some sheet wood I had in the garage. And
the chandelier that you see hanging in our restaurant was made by my husband using reclaimed bicycle chains that we rescued from some of the local bicycle shops here in Nashville. So we were very intentional in our practices, in our business model, because that's what's important to us, and we wanted to extend that value to our customer base just by having that experience when they come into our place.
At the Post, we try to have as minimal a carbon footprint as possible. Smoothie cups and our cold iced coffee cups and straws and everything, along with the forks and spoons and knives, are all actually compostable. So they're guaranteed to be completely dissolved within 5 years of being in either a landfill or wherever it may end up. Pretty much everything you see is recycled or repurposed and most definitely handmade, so makes it kind of fun.
When I seriously thought about opening a business, I couldn't imagine myself opening a business anywhere in Nashville but East Nashville. I grew up in this area. It's near and dear to my heart, and so I value I think that it's one of the most eclectic, the most interesting, and the most beautiful places in Nashville because of the rich history, as well as the type of people that live over here. It's extremely diverse. There is a broad range of people that live over here, from musicians to stay-at-home moms to the young urban professionals. And so when you can put your business anywhere in a city and you can get that sort of mixed range of type of clientele or people, then it becomes, to me, it adds to the experience of what you're offering in general for the community and to the community.
Also, I like to support businesses that are in East Nashville. And in fact, the owners, Tonya and Chris, they live like just not very far from here. And so they live in the neighborhood, they run business in the neighborhood. I live in the neighborhood, I support the business in the neighborhood, and I don't want to do it any other way. I just love it.